What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900M gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna try out Dragon Age The Veilguard, but this time at 1440p, which is obviously a little harder to run, but hopefully this thing is still up to the challenge. And I'm hoping that we can at least play the game on high or ultra without relying on FSR. I mean, unless FSR was just running like crap because it was on the internal screen, who knows? But it was stuttering like crazy when we turned FSR on. And maybe it's because it was making the CPU work harder, and then that made it start stuttering. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's not FSR's fault at all, really, and it's just the CPU overheating fault. That could be too. But in any case, let's stop blabbing, let's get to gaming.
Well, alright, we're gonna try some 1440p with ray tracing and all that stuff. Unfortunately, it looks like it screwed me again. It did the same thing it did on the Firebat, made it look like everything's centered, everything's good, everything's fine, but no, this is not good or fine. But I mean, at least you guys can see most of the settings. Some are getting cut off, but at least you can see most of them. But anyway, let's go hop into the game and get a little gameplay, I guess. Okay. Maybe I jumped the gun. At least it seems like everything works once we're in the game. But I guess just so we're clear again, this is ray tracing, everything maxed out. But 1440p. So we're not getting quite as many FPS as before, but still playable. For a lot of people. Not for me, but for a lot of people. A cracked scroll. The stench of decay fills the air. Well, we can push that down. Or bash it down in their world, I guess. What do we got over here? Looks like a chest of swords and some crystals. Don't mind if I do. I can't remember. I don't think it actually did that thing where it froze up this time around. It did that on the AZG 15 Advantage and the Alienware at 1080p, 1200p. Same difference. It's basically the 16:10 version of 1080p in my mind.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Alright, though. Why don't we go ahead and move ourselves along? Okay, now it's back to being terrible again. What in the heck? Why is it messing up the settings screen? That's so weird. But, I mean, again, you guys can see most of it. Now we're just basically doing ray tracing, maxed out, but we decided to add some FSR quality on there. Now, it did not like that very much on the 1080p. That gave us lots of stutters, but we're going to try it on here too, just to be thorough. And if it's Stutter City, then we'll just cut it short. And hopefully it will be like the other one and actually work properly once we get into the game. Well, alright, looks like the in-game shit actually worked. Of course, FSR leaves that random fizzle stuff around people. But at least most of the other stuff doesn't look completely terrible. But that's the one reason I just don't really like FSR very much. I'm very excited to see how they do with their AI upscaler. But that still weighs off. And I think stuff like this GPU will be able to use it, but I do not believe my 6800M will get to use it. Maybe it will. I think anything that's got AI cores can use it. Now, I'm pretty sure even the 6800M does, but they're like first generation ones, so they're not very good. It's kind of like the 2080 Ti. Like, let's be honest, most of the time when you turned on ray tracing with that, it was not a pleasant experience either. And that was their NVIDIA's first ray tracing idea. And you pretty much had to use DLSS. Although you pretty much do nowadays too in a lot of games, but still. So not much has changed in that regard, I guess. I don't know why, but I just really like blowing these things up. I mean, I already know in this game it doesn't really affect performance, but some games it does, so I test performance that way, but I already know it doesn't in this game, but I still just like doing it. Alright, nope. Just like before, FSR cannot save you from the water and ray tracing. It cannot handle that. It drops frames like no tomorrow. Now, luckily in this game, I don't think there's generally too many waterfalls and whatnot, but I don't know for sure. Maybe there's like a total water world later, for all I know. Alright, once again, it kind of messed up the settings screen. I don't know how it messes up the settings screen and not the gameplay, but I'd rather it be that way, so I'll take it. So, now we're going to just have no ray tracing, just have the game be native on Ultra. And if it can't handle that, we'll also try some FSR. But if it can, then we won't even bother, kind of like at 1200p, although that was mostly because of the stutter. I figured, screw that, we're not going through that again. So, now we're playing the game just maxed out. 1440, but no ray tracing. And no FSR or anything like that helping it yet. And I may or may not try FSR out, going by how this goes.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of spots that get close to dropping under 60, so I think we will try FSR. But I think it had the, oh, there, see, we dropped down to 54 for a second there. But I think it ended up being worse with FSR, so I think you'd probably be better just playing it like this and toning a setting or two down. Like Shadows, for example, is always one that you can pick up some FPS from in almost every game. Alright, well, let's see water now. Alright, cool. Water no longer turns your computer into a snail, so that is cool. So it was just the ray tracing, as I suspected. Alright, let's go. Walk up close to this door over here, and I'd say it's time to try FSR out. And then you guys will see what I mean. I'm pretty sure it made things worse, but maybe I was just tripping, you know? Alright, one last time with this messed up looking screen. We're going to try no ray tracing, maxed out, but with FSR on quality, just to see if it helps out at all. If I remember correctly, though, I swear it hinders it more than anything. Although I like that word. That word sounds funny. Hindles. Anyway, why don't we go get ourselves into that game? All right, here we go. Let's run around and see if the FSR helped or hindered. It might have just done nothing, really. But I swear it made it feel a little worse in some spots, but like I said, maybe I'm just imagining things. Although I think I said the word tripping, which I don't usually use that word, but I got it in my vocabulary today because I believe actually 3 different people all on the same day said that I was so-called tripping because I did not believe them that the PS5 Pro was 3 times stronger than my 4090. And I'm just like, no. Who told you that? Digital Foundry? Where? And I go and look at all the videos. I cannot find any time of them saying that. I saw them say the only GPU that can really compare it to fairly is the 4070, even though the 4070 is still more powerful. It's just the only thing that ticks all the boxes, except for VRAM. It doesn't have quite as much VRAM as the Pro will have access to. That thing only has 12, but everything else, though, I agree with. But people blew their gasket when they did that, so I can only imagine what would happen if they compared it to my 4070 Ti Super. People are like, no. But that's the only one that really ticks all the boxes and beats it, I believe, in every conceivable way. I mean, there might be some minute things that the PS5 GPU is better at. Like maybe it has higher this bandwidth, or maybe it has more CUs or something like that, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the 4070 Ti Super has it beaten every way, but I mean, you'd think so for like a $700 card. I mean, that card costs about as much as the whole console. Although I still stand by that you need to get the CD drive. For most people. Not everybody. If you don't care about it, you don't get it. But if 82% of people like having a disk drive, I think they should have just included the damn thing. But we'll see how the Pro does. I did order one because I like tech. And I'm going to give it a fair little trial. I'm not going to sit here and just be like, nope. PC better, fuck this thing, it's garbage. But I am also realistic. I know it's not going to be as fast as most of my PCs, because most of my PCs are pretty damn fast. But they're also pretty damn expensive, so you're not going to be able to beat it real bad. You can match it-ish for around the same price, but you can't really wallop on it. Anyway.
Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now. Actually, first I want to go see if I'm crazy. When I had FSR on, I went back here, and there was spots where we were dropping under 60, down to like 54 and stuff. But I want to say it was FSR's fault. But maybe it wasn't. It really did that. I just didn't notice the last time. But last time I thought it was like high 60s, and that was about as low as we went. So I turned FSR off and turned HDR off. We got 69, nice. Oh, down to 65, 64, 62. So we got close to going under, but we haven't gone into the 50s yet. At least not that I've noticed. I've been trying to stare basically dead at that thing. I'm also trying to remember where I went where it for sure dropped. Maybe I'm just not going to the right spot. Yeah, without ray tracing though, the game seems to run pretty damn good. Now, in this settings, you might drop under 60 here and there, but I don't think it's going to be very often. But I could be very wrong too, because we're just testing it in this area after all. Alright, let's head back to where we're supposed to go and go a little bit further. Yeah, I didn't see it drop under 60 this time so far. Let's see what it does on the way back up. Maybe it will on the way back up. Oh, there we go, 59. That's still not 54. Then again, we're also not recording. So, still, I would just play like this. I don't think FSR was really necessary.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, Nodus Thorthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Alright, nope,
Why
that's
is
just
it called that?
I want to make sure I wasn't missing
I
stuff, but if I went down there, I'd die.
No, actually. The notes were never very clear on that. But I plan to find out.
More constructs ahead.
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
Ooh, this one's frenzy. I just wanted to hit him with something just to see what it did. Oh shit. Woo. Man, you guys are a little nutty.
Like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Boom, I got a boat. But I'd say it's also a great time to go wrap this video on up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Dragon Age The Veilguard, and we definitely had a heck of a lot less stutters at 1440, and I think it was because the CPU can run a lot cooler. Because at that point, it's just sitting there going, well, a lot easier for me. The GPU's doing a lot more heavy lifting now. So, once again, the 1200p screen kind of kicks itself in the ass, but you could always, I think, just turn the render resolution up a little, even if you're on a 1200p screen, and just get it right up to like 1600p, 1440p, whatever you kind of want. That's why I like PCs. You're not stuck, just be like, oh man, we're screwed. Obviously, I didn't do it, through the fix in the video and show you guys what it's like, but there's definitely probably fixes. But in any case, it's time to move on to the next PC, and I'm very much curious how the secondary all AMD PC will do. But only one way to find out, wrap this video up first. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.